So, hey everyone, Mike here from Clear Brands Grow. As most of you know, or should know by now, I am doing a 100-day video challenge. Today is day 7, and I decided today is probably when I should start bringing in sort of people that actually know how to do video. So on the call today, I am speaking with Gaz Vogan from the Inversion Project. He is a videographer. He's very good at what he does. And he's a long-time friend anyway. I spent 2 years with him at uni, living with him at uni, and he's given me some great advice on creating video content. So welcome, Gareth.
Hey, thanks for having me, and thanks for letting me be part of your 100-day video challenge.
You're going to be more than just 1 day, by the way.
Cool. I'll get myself prepared.
Excellent. So for those who just tuning in, we've just discussed we're probably going to do like a bit of a mini series. So we're going to go through the objections to creating video content. So there's quite a few objections. So lots of reasons why people won't create video content. So with Gaz's help, we're going to sort of hopefully run through the list of objections and then help you overcome them so that you can start creating video content for your business. So does that work for you, Gareth?
That sounds great to me. Where should we kick off?
I've just realised I keep referring to you as Gaz or Gareth in the same video. So that's great.
I'm a man of many names.
So should we start with the one that was on my mind when I started? And it was like, I just remember that conversation we had a few months back. And I was like, I want to make video content, but I don't have the right equipment. And I just remember you going through this process and asking me questions, and then like slowly, one by one, I'm like, shit, I have all the equipment I need really, or I don't need to spend much money. Like, should we just try and maybe recreate that? So like, can you remember what we did then, or the questions you asked me?
Like a little bit of role play. I love it.
Yeah.
So the first question that I ask is, big barrier is I haven't got a fancy DSLR. I haven't got a red camera that shoots an 8K or whatever. So my first question was, what phone have you got?
And I was like, iPhone 10.
And my response to that one, if I remember correctly, was perfect, because phones nowadays can shoot up to 4K for a lot of them from the rear facing camera. But what a lot of people don't realize is that on social media, all the channels actually pull them down, except for YouTube, will pull them down to 1080p, which is your standard full high definition video. So a lot of the time, if you're trying to shoot in 4K for social media videos for your business, if you don't want it to be too fancy, it's just you talking to camera, you don't need to go all out and spend a fortune because you've already got it sat there right in your pocket.
So then I was like, so that's one thing. Then I was like, well, maybe I need a fancy microphone.
And I told you no for that one as well, because like having a microphone is really important, because having good sound quality in your video does make or break a video. It massively increases the professional and production value of it. However, you can get away with a lavalier mic for under £10 off Amazon. Plug straight into your phone, you can clip it under your shirt, and instantly the audio is better. So you don't need to be spending thousands on a big boom mic that kind of sits above you. You can get it done really, really cheaply and boost your production value at the same time.
Yeah, perfect. So how much is a sort of lapel mic?
Oh, anywhere between £6 and £10 for the Amazon ones. And they're the ones I actually use for a lot of my clients. I'll probably upgrade at some point in the future, but just starting out, a simple lav mic that plugged in did the job perfectly. And I filmed outside in the wind doing interviews, and you can't notice the wind. It's really good. The pickup value is really good, and it can sit anywhere around your chest and it'll still pick up your voice really nicely.
Awesome. And then how about lighting? So like, did I need fancy lighting?
Well, if you ask a lot of videographers, they'll say yes, because the lighting does, again, boost the production value, but you can get away with a nice window. If you've got a window or just a very well-lit room, then automatically your face will be much clearer. And especially with the window, it actually refracts the light a little bit, so you'll get a much softer light on your face rather than having any sharp shadows. So if you've got a nice window where your office is, that's perfect. That's where we film a lot of our videos. Between myself and my girlfriend, is just in front of the window in the office in the flat, rather than having to spend, again, another fortune on fancy lighting equipment.
Perfect. I don't think we really wanted to know about your videos and your girlfriend.
So maybe we'll try to do a cutting on that one.
No, we're leaving this in.
Oh, fair.
You know me, one take, one shot.
Should I just clarify? She's a confidence coach, so does a ton of video for her clients.
Yeah. So yeah, Kate
So,
is great.
yeah. So get your mind out the gutter, Mike.
So that was my original objections were I don't have a camera, I don't have a microphone, and I don't have any lighting. So you've just gone and like, totally torn that apart, almost made it a myth. I don't need that. You then recommended some other bits of equipment that might be useful.
Yeah, they're not essential pieces that you need. If you want to get started today, you can easily get it done from your phone with the lavalier mic for 10 quid. But if you want to kind of just boost it a little bit without breaking the bank, I'd suggest getting a little tripod, even if it's just like a little desk one for 10, 15 pound, again off Amazon, and a phone holder. And then instantly you've got a nice stable shot. You can position yourself so you're in the good lighting, you've got your lavalier mic, and you've spent 30 quid on Amazon, and you're happy to go, you're happy to start making those videos that are just going to have a much wider reach with your audience, because the social media channels do reward that video marketing side of things, because it's way more engaging than a photo. And I think the stat is something like 80% of what you say in a video will be retained compared to only 10% in text.
That's awesome. So yeah, just shows you how effective video marketing is. And like you sort of touched on, like it's just getting started, isn't it? Like you haven't got to worry about having like blockbuster quality production equipment and stuff. Like you just need to just get out there, even if they're sort of nitty and gritty, just like create content, and then over time you can invest in more equipment and get better at it and so on.
Yeah, the first one is always going to be the worst one. You're going to look back, you're going to watch it, and you're going to absolutely hate it when you've got down the line and you've produced a few more, because you'll realize the first time you're on camera, you're really you're nervous, you can tell it's unnatural, but the more and more you do it, the better that comes across, and eventually you don't hate looking at yourself on camera quite as much as the first time.
Perfect. I think that's the things we'll cover in the next sort of topics. But I think for today, good. You've overcome my objection to having the right equipment to start making videos. So I think in the next sort of couple of videos or series, we'll look at creating or coming up with content ideas. Sort of you've already touched on it, but like sort of overcoming that confidence of actually being on camera and putting yourself out there. Having the right skills to create video as well. Then there's things like knowing what to say, so creating scripts, because you're not expected to know everything off the top of your head. Then that sort of falls neatly into forgetting what to say, and you've got a few tips on how to solve that problem. And then I can't remember what this was. This was like the idea about when it comes to obviously video marketing and social media platforms, it's like knowing the right formats to do it on, and that can be quite overwhelming and that kind of thing. So thank you very much, Gaz Vogan from the Inversion Project. Thanks for your time and your expertise. How can people reach you if they need video?
So if they need a video, then you can email gaz@theinversionproject.com, which I think is on this shoulder, if I move correctly. Or alternatively on Instagram, I'm at the Inversion Project as well. And I'm hovering around on LinkedIn, so you'll probably see me as well in those videos. So any of those methods will work a treat, and I can get back to you. Even if it's just a couple of queries, doesn't need to be, I want to do a video project, but if you just want to run equipment ideas or content ideas by me, I'm more than happy to listen and brainstorm a few ideas with you.
Awesome. Perfect. Thanks, Gaz. And just to let everyone know, we will drop the links to the equipment that Gaz recommends in the description or comments or wherever it goes, and we could just point and stuff. Still trying to figure out that one. But yeah, perfect. Cheers. Thank you very much, Gaz from the Inversion Project.
No worries. Thanks for having me.